Hi everybody, it's Joanne
And Ron.
and Ron, two old farts. And if you've watched our recent videos, you'll see that we just got back from a spur of the moment Hawaiian vacation.
Yes, we did.
We met some friends that were over there,
Mhm.
and we had a really good time.
Yes.
And
yeah, it was really good.
the day that we arrived, we went to our room, started putting things away, went downstairs for us to get a drink somewhere before we were meeting our friends. And culture shock is a good word for Ron had a beer. I had a strawberry daiquiri in a little like solo size cup.
Yeah.
And it was $18. It was $18. And I looked at Ron and said, "Oh, I need to remember we are not on a cruise for this vacation. So no more alcohol. Crossed these lips for the rest of our stay." But it made us start thinking and talking amongst ourselves that we should do a comparison because we have not, since we've started cruising, we have not stayed anywhere in a hotel for an extended stay to where we would, feel this crunch that we felt on this trip. Yeah. So that's the gist of this video, to let you know we're going to compare a 7-day NCL Hawaiian cruise to our 6-night resort stay at the Sheraton Waikiki, and see cost-wise how closely they are in price, and yet why we enjoy cruising so much with everything that's included in your cruising cost. So I'm going to let Ron take care of the comparison that he's figured out for you guys, and swing it over to you, Ron.
All right. So I whipped up a spreadsheet and started putting down some numbers, and I want to share what we came up with. So
okay, keep in mind, don't mean to interrupt, but keep in mind, everyone, this is looking at a 7-day Hawaiian cruise on NCL with their current promotion. So normally the Hawaiian vacations can be very pricey. Yeah. So this is what the current promotion was the day that Ron did this, which I believe was like 70% off. So it was a great promotion, but keep in mind, these prices are not written in gold. They're what the current promotion they were advertising prices were.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, we did a 7-day cruise versus the 6-night resort stay. And let's take a look at the 7-day cruise. We picked out the latest cruise that we could, the earliest cruise for the 7-day Inner Island cruise with NCL. And these are the numbers we came up with.
And keep in mind, this is for an inside room.
Yes, inside
so nothing fancy, no balcony, no suites, just an inside midship room.
Right. And see, they have the daily charges, they say, for beverage and dining, service charge. And then you have other taxes, port tax, fees, other fees. And then they have the prepaid service charge, which you usually pay about the time that you book the cruise, right?
Well, our agent always throws our prepaid gratuities into our final price so that we can see what it is, and I always pay them off before we board the ship anyways. But those are your daily gratuities that they all divvy up on the ship.
Right. So you see the subtotal with those charges is $4,073. And we used the round trip airfare that we actually used for the resort stay.
Which, keep in mind, folks, was a last minute decision. We made this decision to go 2 weeks before we were going, so we didn't get any special deals on airfare.
Nope.
So that's why airfare was that much.
Yeah, and to her point, you can probably find cheaper, but anyway, so it's about $2,000. And then on the cruise, you really don't pay anything for meals or drinks. There are different charges. If you like Starbucks coffee, you can be charged for that. If you go off the ship, you usually have to pay if you have a meal there. But we didn't include those, so you can see that the bottom line total is $61.63. So that's $6,163. Okay, so let's compare that to what we actually spent on the Sheraton Waikiki, which was a very nice stay. It was a nice room. We have videos. You can see some of the time we spent there. And, so for the 6th night, the room charge was $386. That was each night. And then you can see the different taxes and charges that they add to that. They were quite of a culture shock or a sticker shock to us.
Yeah.
The resort charge, especially $50 a night per room. So we kind of scratched our head and paid it. But anyway, so the total of that was $505. So that was for the room and all the charges for the room. Okay, so that times 6 was $3,030, as you can see. And then again, the airfares, the actual airfare that we paid for that trip, which was, again, it was Hawaiian Airlines. It was economy plus type seats. It was a nice flight though. Anyway, and then the drinks and the meals, we didn't eat but like 2 meals a day, and we didn't go to real super fancy places.
And the friends that we met picked up dinner a couple times. So.
Right. But you can see that for the 6 nights, it was $550. So again, everything we ate and drank, we had to pay for. So, but you can see there, the total of that was $5,670. So the bottom line is, what is the difference then? Well, you can kind of do the math. I did it for you, so here you can see the cruise minus the resort. The difference for our all intents and purposes was $493. So it's not a whole lot of difference. And for us, it really seems like the best value would be a cruise. It's the cruise because you just get so much more, and unless you like staying at basically the same place the whole time, the cruise is much better value.
I think so too, because you get to go to the various islands versus here we were on Waikiki the whole time we were there, and the friends that we met had already rented a car, so we, were with them when we went places there on Waikiki. But with the cruise, you also have entertainment that you get, being able to go to different islands, and unlimited food. So, like Ron had said, when we were in the resort, I would say 3 out of our 6 days for breakfast, we had a breakfast roll of some sort and a cup of coffee.
And a coffee.
And then we ate dinner. That was it. We didn't really eat a lot versus on the ship. You're going to go have breakfast. If you're on the ship, you're going to go have lunch, and then you're going to go have your dinner. And it's just, snacks, everything's right there. And it's, go to the main dining room, stay in the buffet, whatever you want to do. But we've always loved cruising. And if nothing else, this is pointing out to us an additional reason why we love cruising. Yeah. So we had a great time. Wouldn't change that we did it. But it was a real eye opener for like, okay, wow. Yeah, so I'd rather be on a cruise ship than in a hotel for a week.
Yeah.
So.
And we're not travel agents. We're not trying to sell a cruise, but we just, for our own sake, we wanted to see what the difference was, because we just kind of felt that we were racking up a lot of charges. So, what's the difference?
There you have it.
There you have it.
We hope you've enjoyed it. And
hope this is of value. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to write them, and just make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we will see you later. All right.
Bye-bye. Thanks.